Hi, you're watching WION, and I have with me today the cast of TVF Pitchers as they're back with another season. So there's a lot of hype, because Pitchers needs no introduction. The first time it came around, everybody was gaga over the show because of the relatability factor that the show has. So do you think it's going to live up to the hype of season 1?
I think that's for the viewers to tell.
For the new entrant to say. I will say yes, it will. I have no baggage of season 1 as part of the team. So I can say it will more than live up the hype. It's not going to disappoint anybody. Before this interview, someone was saying, that season 1 came out 7 years ago and now, people have moved on and things are so different. Someone saw it in school and now they're like in, maybe married or something. But so have the characters. So, the characters have also lived a certain life. And wouldn't that be interesting? आपके जो पुराने दोस्त होते हैं, you want to know कैसा होगा यार, क्या कर रहा है आजकल वो, is he still the same? So I think that's always beautiful, right? You meet somebody you had known a long while ago, an old friend. So I think that's what it's going to be. So people are not going to be disappointed. They'll be very happy.
And what can the audiences expect from this season?
See, I think I'll take that answer as a maker first. Is that when we started working, me and Vaibhav, when we started working on this, we wanted to be honest to what actually happens in the life of startups. And in many ways, हमारी real life also has season 2. Once you start, then there is a struggle, then there is more. So I think that is what we followed. We met a lot of founders, we met a lot of people who were in the similar stage. Then we took their real life stories and then we tried to weave it in, and which was also true for season 1. So the season 2 is a lot more dramatic. Season 2 is a lot more problematic because there are a lot more problems once you start. So you will find the characters have grown, they have matured, they have a company now there's not just 4 of them, but there is 24 of them, and they have to take care of them also. So once you are in the grind, what really happens? There are problems like people leave, there are problems of money, there are problems of relationships, there are problems of investors. There is a problem of a new boss, which is played by Riddhi. She is the ringmaster of the gang. There are competitors, there are potential partners. We have Sikandar and Ashish sir playing amazing characters. They're entering in this season. We also have things around Jeetu, Manvi, Gopal Dutt, who played Abhay Mandal's character's friend. So I think all these life changes when you run a company, and that's the change that we get to see in season 2. It is a lot more serious. It is a lot more unkind than the last season. And we are hoping that the fans who saw us in season 1 and the people who are actually chasing their dream will resonate with what we have tried to do in season 2.
To put it simply, तब तो सिर्फ स्टार्टअप शुरू करने की बात हो रही थी. We were looking for funding. What the season 1 was all about. Startup क्या है वो तो अब देखोगे आप. वो किस लिए बेचारा कंफ्यूज था, किस लिए उसको नहीं करना चाहिए था. That you're going to witness now.
Season 1, of course, it's a show light-hearted. It showed reality, but it also sort of warmed up, our hearts towards that entrepreneurial mind that many of us had, and it had that motto, or it made basically people more aware of that side if they had any. And we also saw a lot of people taking that plunge, taking that risk. So, do you think that the season 2 will also sort of guide the new age entrepreneurs in what to do, what not to do? Does it also have that takeaway?
I think Ziva, you're right. Like I told you that there are entries of new characters. There is a new world, new founders. Recruiting, putting together teams. A lot of problems. We have another character played by Ranjini Chakrabarti. She's playing a coder. She's playing a person who has to put together the product in a limited timeline. And she fights with the co-founders and says that how will we be able to do it. And that is what we realize, that people who are about to start on a dream will actually, like you said, will get to see the reality of it. When you actually get rubber meets the road. And we have also done numerous meetings with actual VCs, communities from startup, and they all they all connected to it, and they said that, hey, this is, and yes, anybody who's starting up, when they see season 2, they'll get to know कि अच्छा ऐसी चीजें होती हैं, because the characters in season 2 are also learning, and through their mistakes, hopefully we'll be able to share some of our learnings, and new entrepreneurs will not have to make it. But that's what this season is. The season 2 is actually about making a lot of mistakes once you are actually on the ground, and that's what we'll get to see.
This year round, we've seen exceptionally that content which has characters not so much fantasy-like, but they're real. Those have connected too much with the audience. So do you think that the game of that the content game and cinema as such, how the audience perceives it, has changed completely, drastically this year? Do you think that as an artist?
See, I think the options have increased. There was a time in 90s when only only people would get to see a Titanic or a Jurassic Park, and the rest of them were like Hindi movies. And now you're exposed to so many good content online. You pick up you pick up a Severance, or you pick up House of the Dragons, or this, when people can watch these things at home. So now as cinema, the things you're going to watch, like the films that you're going to watch in theaters, they're being compared to everything, like the things that we can watch at home also. So I think that because of that, it's become even more challenging for the makers to convince people to come out of their houses for movies. I guess because so many options are available at home. So I think that is, I believe, is the main reason. Because people are exposed to so much good content at home.
Earlier, we would have only a set number of things that we were doing to entertain ourselves. Now there's so much, and it's not just storytelling. There's also gaming. That's another world that has taken off. So we're losing so much youth to that. They're not even interested in the real world anymore. They're like, I'll see somebody in Korea online, and that person is my best friend. So things have really changed digitally. Things have really come in and sort of changed a lot. And but I do feel like this is a good time to understand what content works where. Like, I am looking forward to watching Avatar in cinemas. I did see Black Panther. So would I like to just sit at home and watch things on my big screen? No, I want the collective viewing experience. I want to eat my popcorn, for certain kind of films. And there are some films I want to watch at home, and yes, and there is another audience that's there for television, theater. So there's mediums have always been there. They're just increasing and sort of refining what goes where and which kind of audience goes where. So actually, it's very interesting for makers like Arunabh and all, for them to understand ki kisko kya cater kare.